Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum salam.
You may be seated. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, to whom all praise is due, and I forever thank Allah for our leader and teacher, Messenger Elijah Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him.
Yes, sir.
Brother and sister, I'm very happy to see you here today, the one that is present. I feel like shouting.
Yes, sir.
That's what they used to say in the church when I was a little boy. They had a song they sung. How did you feel when you come out the wilderness?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Teach.
So how will we feel when we come out of this wilderness?
Yes, sir. That's right.
I thank Allah for coming to us, giving to us a messenger to teach us His way.
That's right.
Not the messenger's way, but God's way.
That's right.
I thank Him for coming.
Yes, sir.
If He had not came to us, we all would not be living today.
That's right. That's right.
That was told in our house at 4182 DuBois Street, 1932, told to us by Master Farad, when he says that he's seen the people in the Western world and that he had always wanted to come to the West. And his father prepared him to come to the West and deliver us.
Yes, sir.
So if it had not been for him, we would have been lost today.
That's right.
The devil has not yet stopped trying to find a way to destroy the black man in America.
That's right.
He's still
That's right.
seeking and looking for a way out.
Yes,
He
sir.
can't destroy you now unless he destroy himself.
That's right.
But that's okay. It's a man that I know by the name of Allah in the person says that he's able to knock down all the caves with one blow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Many people that read that letter that he sent to us in 1933 did not get an understanding from it. He said, you pleased me and all of the 4,400,000,000 people. And knowing that I can knock down all of the caves with one blow, that one blow is to stop you from breathing the atmospheres at once. He has power over all things.
That's right.
He has power to keep us breathing, and he has power to stop us at once.
Yeah.
Like a sister told me once, says, he didn't have power over death. I said, he most certainly did, and he proved it.
Yes, sir.
She says, how did he prove it? He taught you how to eat to live.
Yes, sir. That's right.
He taught us that we could live as long as we want to. But no man wants to live forever. No man. I don't want to live forever. The messenger gave me a proof of that. Sitting at his table while we was eating, he was talking on death, of how Abraham seen death as a goat came up in between his plow handles. But that was not time for Abraham to die, that he saw it. Then he says that there was two men sitting to the table eating. One was a little younger than the other, while the other one was older, old man sitting there, and death had asked for him, but he didn't want to go then. And death left him. Didn't come back for a while. So while they sit eating, and he had beards, long beards down here, he was very nervous, the messenger was teaching me. Very nervous. And while he eat, he wastes all of his food on his beards. And it was said to the other one that was at the table, but not the one now that said this. He said, this one that was paying so much attention to this old man, he said, I don't want to get like him.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And he says, let me get it straight. The one that said he didn't want to get like him, that was the one that death was to visit. And he seen this old man eating, and he said, I don't want to get like him. Then death said, he's ready now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He didn't want to get like this old man sitting there eating and trembling and wasting all of the food on his beards. No man live forever, and no man wants to live forever.
Right. Right.
That's right.
Master Farad said to us one day, he says, when you live a long, long time, you will go away yourself. And when you leave, you won't come back. And we asked him, well, what happened? He says they will, they call it changing planets. And in changing the planets, he's talking about death, because a wise man never mentions death when he's getting ready to die. He always says, I'm going away.
Yeah.
And that way makes it known to us, after we don't see him anymore, that he's dead. Many things concerning death and life was taught to us by Master Farad in our present, because that we was the people that was teaching dumb people and wise people, as they say they was wise. We was teaching them, and many things he told us that people right today don't even believe it,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
because they don't know. We're going to talk, I don't need this now. we're going to talk about the blind man for a little while, and then we're going on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I want you to listen good at this subject. I heard the messenger teach it quite often, and he sit down and told me how to teach it. I wish sometime that I had a whole lot of people to teach this kind of a subject to them,
Yes, sir.
because it's entirely talking about us.
Yes, sir.
It's a subject that the world today, among black people, should have knowledge of.
That's right.
We, the black people that served 400 years of slavery in the Western Hemisphere, under the ruling power of the enemy to black. We a people that were completely robbed of self. We, the black people, are the people that the prophets and wise men of the Bible wrote about. As they saw our condition, they wrote it. It is mentioned in the Quran, in the footnote, that when our history or anybody's history is written, it's written before the incident happens, before birth. Before you was born into the world, your history was written. It's mentioned in Job in one place saying, after all my appointed time, I will wait till my change comes.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
Because it's written. It is written about every nation has a turn in the Holy Quran.
Yes, sir.
It is written that no man has ever undergone that which the last people would undergo,
Yeah, that's right.
that will go to the Western world and there remain a complete blind, deaf, and dumb people until that he shall rise again. And when he rise again, he would prove that there is no God but Allah,
Yes, sir.
and Elijah Muhammad was his last messenger.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Think on how this blind man was according to the Bible. He is called blind Bartimaeus. Blind man Bartimaeus. He's the one that sit at the wayside, on the wayside where people would come by and beg.
Yes, sir.
He is found in the stories written by Mark, Luke, and John of the Bible. You'll find this man, blind Bartimaeus. Now we were seen with many ailments as a lame man, a sick man,
That's right.
a sick woman, a deaf and dumb man, a dead man, Lazarus, and this one, a blind man, Bartimaeus. All had to be healed by one man.
That's right.
And that one man, according to the Bible, his name was Jesus, which means justice.
That's right.
He had to be healed by justice. Muhammad said, when I say Muhammad, I'm not talking about Muhammad 1400 years ago. I'm speaking of this one today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Muhammad said the mental dead, lost, and found so-called Negroes must heed the call to return to their own,
That's right.
because they are blind, cannot see, do not know what directions to take, and receive that display all day long.
Yes, sir. That's right.
When a person is blind, deaf, and dumb, they have no future to which to look forward to in this world when they are blind, deaf, and dumb. He have nothing to look, to try to find for self, due to facts he doesn't look for anything when he's blind.
That's right. That's right.
This blindness is not a physical blindness. The messenger says to us, this blindness is spiritual and ignorancy. This blindness is something that if we notice it, we'll find that there is thousands of people is in the same condition that we are.
Yes, sir.
We can say that we are not blind, deaf, and dumb now
That's right.
after hearing the truth.
Yes, sir.
That's why we are called lost and found.
That's right.
Once was lost, but now I'm found.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The mental dead, lost, and found so-called Negroes must heed the call to return to their own. What is their own? Their own is freedom, justice, and equality.
That's right.
Their own is in the Nation of Islam, set up by Master Farad Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Many other nations of people have Muslim people living in their nation, the same as we are. And none is able to teach what you know today.
That's right.
None. I know that from self-experience among people from other countries. I have seen them sit at night, and about all night long with the messenger there on Woodlawn. They sit there, wise men, don't even know that white people is the real devil.
Yes, sir.
And they are
Right.
scientists, wise men.
That's right.
They bow, I've seen them bow to the messenger and says, who else have this kind of knowledge besides you?
That's
He
it.
said, no one. Why we wasn't taught it, they would ask the question. It was not to be told to you before I come.
Yes, sir.
Not that it wasn't there, but it was hidden for 6,000 years. And today, 6,000 years has expired.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
You can tell it now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's right.
The blind mental death of the so-called American Negroes came to him through his parents from the slave masters over 100 years ago. Through his slave masters. This blindness make him say and do many things which appear ignorant today in the eyes of the world.
That's right.
It is a pity that we were robbed of the knowledge of ourselves, which is the greatest and most evil robbery of all.
That's it.
To rob a man of the knowledge of self is one of the worst things you can do.
That's right.
There is no such thing in the world that a man can rob worse than to rob a person of their own self.
That's right.
That he taught me. And today we see how we have been robbed and spoiled. We see that we can hinder our own self in the world today and not even have the knowledge to know it because we're still blind, deaf, and dumb. Why would a man wants to rob a person of knowledge of self? That person that robbed you and me of our knowledge, none other than a real devil.
That's
That's
right.
None other than a man who was made to rule for 6,000 years, and after the 6,000 years has expired, he's on his way to be destroyed
That's it.
by the ones that gave him this power to rule for 6,000 years.
That's right.
And he's charged with taking people from their home and making them blind to knowledge by taking them away from the home that they was living in,
That's
That's
right.
right.
their home.
That's right.
That's right.
It is a awful thing to see a nation of people blind, deaf, and dumb. This blindness is written in the Quran. As the messenger was teaching me concerning this man, he said to me that we have sit by the wayside for near 400 years
Yes, sir.
looking for a future with our open enemy.
That's right.
Right.
And there's no future with the devil.
That's That's right.
That's right.
but we did not know it. He says, not until Master Farad came.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Then we begin to know that today we must take heed and do the things that he has left for us to do.
That's right.
We also pity the physical blind person. We do, right?
That's right.
But when they are mentally blind to the knowledge of self and of the path to self and to the success of self, our pity is 100% fold more for that person than for the one who is physical blind.
Yeah.
The mental and spiritual blindness of a person is far worse than a physical man when he loses his physical sight.
Yes, sir.
Some people lose their physical sight and can go home and walk all through his house, right?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Without being led. But when you are mental blind to self and others, you cannot go anywhere in your house
That's right.
because you are a dead man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This is the condition into which the white slave masters and their children put us in.
That's right.
And their children keeps up the tradition of their parents,
Right.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Where can you go today in America and learn about self and the caveman devil that he taught you about? That was him. Where can you go find it? Everything that he taught us concerning himself, he put the blame on us.
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right.
We are everything other than what we are.
Yes, sir.
But thanks to Allah for opening our eyes to our 400-year-old enemy,
Yes, sir.
the enemy of all the darker peoples of the earth.
Right.
He is the enemy.
That's right.
The blind man and his healer are the man that caused this blind man to see. We are better witnesses of the present blind and the present healer than the one came 2,000 years ago.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We can't witness that Jesus healed a man 2,000 years ago.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
But we can witness of ourselves today being healed 2,000 years later by Master Farad and his messenger.
Yes, sir. That's right. Yes, sir.
We ask the question, why this story had to be written in the Holy Bible and such miracles were done. Such miracles was done to a man that is blind, deaf and dumb. He was not just blind with his eyes. It wasn't that. The whole story about the man is us.
That's right.
There never was a blind man that Jesus healed.
No.
He couldn't heal himself.
That's right.
If Jesus had healed the man and give us power as we claims today of spiritual peoples healing other people
That's right.
through some kind of a thing that they learn through mediumship of psychology,
Yes, sir.
which you see them get some water and pour in their hand and
Right.
do something like that to you, right?
Teaspoon.
That's right.
And then you say, I've been healed.
Right.
How? What? I have seen that done every Sunday when I was in the spiritual church myself,
Yes, sir.
doing such a things. It works for so long. And after that noise have left the drums of your ears, you get the same feeling again.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Some take you and pinch your nerves,
Right.
stop your head from hurting. It'll stop for a while. But for how long? Now, since that is fixed by the fixer of this mediumship of psychology and spiritual way of dealing with healing a person. Look at what they said about Jesus, that he took dirt, a piece of clay, he spit on it, right,
Right.
to heal this man's eyes.
That's it.
Why could not he heal this man's eyes without spitting on the earth
Right.
like he did the man that said his daughter, son one, was sick and his house was not clean enough for him to go in?
Right. That's right.
And he told himself, well, you go on back home. When you get there, you'll find that your child or your daughter is well. How come he couldn't do that for this blind man here?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
It is because he healed nobody.
Go ahead, Three. Yes, sir.
The messenger teaches us that such stories could only be a sign in this day how dumb we are,
That's right.
how crazy we can act, how foolish we can be because we are blind, deaf, and dumb.
That's right.
According to Mr. Webster, blind are the word. Blind fits in many places or mean many different things in many different ways. A person does not have to be blind with his eyesight. He can read as well as anybody else.
That's right.
He doesn't have to be deaf by the ear. He can hear everything.
Right.
But the worst thing is about it, he's such a fool
Right.
That's right.
That's right.
until when he do hear the word by the ear, he does not take heed at it.
That's right. That's right.
He's so blind he cannot see into the things that you're trying to tell him about.
Right. Yes, sir.
Got good eyes. He don't wear the glasses, as we say, the specs, like we wear them.
That's right.
He can see a flower outside in the street there someplace with his eyes.
That's right.
But in his head, he don't have a child's sense.
Yes, sir. Teach, Freeman. Teach on.
You take the knowledge away from some people that have good knowledge. You take the book out of their hand, they are lost.
That's right. Right.
How do you know that, John? I seen it happen. We had a devil in our temple that submit himself to Master Farad. Then you heard me say a man lived out in Ferndale named Wali Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
light-skinned man. That man was a devil.
Yes, sir.
Good.
I know because he was one of my teachers.
Yes, sir.
What I say to you, I have experienced these things. I don't tell you things that I don't know.
That's right.
If I bring something to you, believe it.
That's right.
When I get ready to tell you something that you don't know, I'll start playing.
That's right.
And at the end of it, I tell you that was a joke.
That's right.
I don't know nothing about that. But I ain't coming to you with the truth to joke with you.
Yes,
I
sir.
come to you with that which Allah give to us.
Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right.
Let us keep on with what Webster says here. Number one of Webster. I mean Webster's dictionary.
That's right.
Not Noah Webster himself, but what we find in the dictionary, him and some more people explain the English language, what it meant.
That's right.
Mr. Webster points out three great points of blindness. Number one, without the power of sight. Many times a person cannot control his sight because he has no power of moving the eye or no power of seeing, which is a sight. The range of vision to see so far. Yet he's not a sightless, blind person, but is blind.
Yes, sir.
He cannot control his sight. As we had a brother here working with us that left, he said to me one day while he was
Yes, sir.
cutting some of this stuff here,
Yes, sir.
he says, I am blind.
That's right.
I says, blind? And you do this? This good? He said, yeah.
That's
He
right.
said, I can discern. I can see, but I'm considered blind by the doctor. Well, you see a lot of people like that. So I said to him, well, brother, to me, you see better than I can with your physical eyes. So Webster says he is not a sightless blind person, but is blind. His sight is not completely gone from him.
Right.
He cannot control his sight. That is the same thing with us. We are not sightless by the sight of our eye, and we are not sightless without brains.
That's it.
You get me now?
Yes, sir.
We have within our head a sight that we can see. But when that sight, we cannot control it, we need then a doctor to show us how to control this sight that's in our head, which is our spiritual sight.
That's right. Yes, sir. Teach.
And that has caused us today to be a people blind, deaf, and dumb
Yes, sir.
when we cannot control what's in our head.
That's right.
Number two, a sightless person. A sightless person is a total blind physical one, being without sight. Such person being physically blind, he goes about feeling his way with a cane, or someone leads him about because of no sight. I'm talking about eyesight.
Yes, sir.
Now the messenger tells us that this man that goes about with a cane to feel his way in the street or in wherever he's going, that man, we take pity for him.
That's right.
We see him sitting by the wayside begging, right?
Yes, sir.
And as he's begging, he's wanting you to have mercy on him, because he cannot go out and work for his living like you can. I have no eyesight.
Yes, sir.
Then you drop a nickel, a dime, or whatever you wish to give to him in his cup, and he has learned to feel of it and tell what it is. One of his five senses is feeling.
Yes, sir.
And he feels of it. He says to himself, this a quarter, this a nickel, this a dime. And you can do the same thing. But now, what about that spiritual eye that you have there? How would you know it? By the feel? You have some of it. You have some of it in the hearing. When you hear the truth, it makes you get a different feeling than that when you hear the lie.
That's right. That's right.
So the inward eye, which is within our five senses, brings to us and leads us about without a cane, because with a cane we can't use it for that. We have to have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to use this one on the inside.
Yes, sir.
That's what we was robbed of. Number three, lacking insight or understanding. Insight and no knowledge of understanding. He cut it short saying lacking insight or understanding. The insight is an other eye sight. Messenger Elijah Muhammad tells us that the insight is a spiritual eye
Yes, sir.
or
That's right.
spiritual sight. If you ever learn to use that, you are a good person.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you learn to use the inside of your own self, don't try to use the inside of somebody else.
Yes,
You are
sir.
other than self.
Yes, sir. Teach me, man.
Go and use self.
Yes, sir.
Say, look, I didn't understand what you're talking about or what you mean. Make it clear that I don't know. so that the one that is bringing this to you will know exactly what you're talking about. Because if you don't, they will not believe in you. The insight is another eye. That's what made Jesus and his Father to be one. Because they both had the same sight. Now Jesus is invisible with his Father, right? That's what the book says. That's what the preacher preached. But no, the way that he's carrying it is wrong. We are the people that needs this inward sight to be cultivated within us so that we can understand the other person.
That's right.
This sight is an inward part of the human being. It has the ability to see and understand clearly that which is seen by the physical eye. When you learn to use both of them, physical and spiritual eye together, that makes you then a person with an understanding that I can see what you mean.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
It also works with the hearing and the feeling. It makes clear the inner nature of things. Due to facts, it works with all five senses. That inward eye. Don't put it out.
That's right.
Don't go and make yourself blind or let somebody put out that part. The way they put it out, they put something else within your head, and that make you then a blind, deaf, and dumb person because you're going by what that other person's saying.
That's right. That's right.
Go by the one that's teaching you right.
That's right. Teach them.
That makes it clear with what Master Farad taught us by saying, we are blind, deaf, and dumb, and we should not take the instructions from a person that is blind to the knowledge of understanding.
That's right.
Let not that person teach you. If a person teach you that have no knowledge of the understanding and cannot be considered, then you is in a bad condition
That's right.
because you is taking that person to lead you. The insight gives a clear understanding of the inner nature of specific things. This eye put things in view where the physical eye can see it. Right?
Right. Right.
This eye that's on the inside makes the outside eye see the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the spiritual eye produces.
That's right.
So when the spiritual eye cannot produce anything, you're in bad condition.
That's right.
If the spiritual eye is dead, the physical eye itself will bring to you falsehood.
Yes, sir.
The eye of knowledge and the eye of understanding is within. When the inside is not blind and the man know how to use or see with the insight, that person is called a wise person. Let me say that again. when the insight is not blind and the man knows how to use or see with the insight, that person is called a wise person. Why? I can use both eyes. I will let this physical eye bring to the spiritual eye, and the spiritual eye will tell the meanings of what the physical eye brought in.
Yes, sir. That's right, brother.
Yes, sir.
But we being people blind, deaf, and dumb, made that way by our slave masters and kept that way by our slave masters' children. Then the messenger says, Messenger Elijah Muhammad, that great healer, that great doctor, said to us that we lost both physical, mental, and insight eye, and that made us blind, deaf, and dumb.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He was in bad shape, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Now, did you not know that you can find the same thing in the Quran? Blind, deaf, and dumb?
Right.
It's there. Is not the same thing in the Bible, blind, deaf, and dumb? It's there. But if a man don't know it and don't know how to go and get it, well, to that part, he is blind.
That's right.
He can have a knowledge of 2 times 2 equals 4. What I'm trying to say, he can have a knowledge of mathematics. He can have a knowledge of science or whatnot that he have the knowledge of. But if he don't have the knowledge of his mental and insight eye, that makes him blind, deaf, and dumb.
That's right.
All he can do is to hammer with a nail. As I was starting to say to you concerning this devil man, lived in this place up here, not far. He would, well, when I tried him that night for teacher in the University of Islam, I asked him, he was in the back. I called to him, I says, Brother Wally, I says, I have been instructed to ask you a few questions. Will you answer them for me? He says, if I can, Brother John. I said, the first one I want to ask you is, how far did you go in school? Well, naturally, a principal will ask the teacher that.
That's right.
If she wants him to be her to be a teacher, naturally they're going to ask. So when I asked him that, he says, he put his hand to his mouth and smiled. He says, well, I went in the front door and I came out the back one. He did. He did, I said.
Yes, sir.
So I asked him a couple of more questions there, which we won't take time to go through with. And he answered them just as though if there wasn't nothing. Then he told me, he says, when I was in college, he said, they called me a walking encyclopedia. I said, sir? He said, they called me a walking encyclopedia. Whatever you want to know, ask me. I said, that's all right. You can sit down, Brother Wally. So he sat down. Now, I was lucky enough to be with that same man in Chicago. when I first went to Chicago. I had never been to Chicago, not until I become a Muslim. I went there and in this place where we slept at, in this hotel, this man put us in a room that 4 beds was in there because it was 8 of us together. So me and my brother John slept together for the time that we did sleep, as you would choose your brother, you know. So we slept together until Master Farad came and knocked on the door. Now I find then that this man was as dumb as they get. I said, no wonder they call you a walking encyclopedia. You don't know nothing but the encyclopedia. Well, that's true. You can find plenty of people don't know nothing but the book.
That's right, Supreme.
Take the book away from them, they're as dumb as they can get.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Well, that's what Master Farad Muhammad taught us, too. He said a book is for the disbeliever.
Yes, sir. Listen.
When you want to prove a thing, the disbeliever wants you to show it to him in the book.
That's right. That's right. Teach, Supreme. Yes, sir.
And plenty of people are like that today. I'm often
Right.
running into people wanting me to show them and prove
Right.
to them what I said.
That's right.
That's why I have to watch myself, and you too,
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
That's right.
before people in talking to them without showing them a book,
That's right.
without showing them works that is being done. You have to be very careful with that. According to the commentators of Luke, Mark, and John of the King James Version, I ain't going to finish this. Excuse me for saying it like that. I won't finish this today. This is a long subject
Yes, sir.
to talk about a blind man.
Yes, sir.
I won't finish it.
Right.
If a blind man's sight is restored, look at that word, restore, which means give back. That tells us once upon a time this man was not blind.
Yes, sir.
And that's what the man wanted. Listen at how he talks to Jesus. When Jesus was coming down the road there, walking down the road, the crowd of people's following him, he started crying out, "Thou son of David, have mercy on me." And the people went to him and said, "Hush, the master's coming down the road. Be quiet." But he didn't stop. He kept on hollering out,
Yes, sir.
"Help me." And they went and told Jesus, as the man won't keep quiet. He says, "That's all right.
Right.
If you stop this man from speaking, the stones, they'll cry out."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The stones will cry out if you stop this man from speaking. Look at that great sign of us today.
Yes, sir. Teach.
If you stop Elijah Muhammad from teaching this truth. The very dumbest man, as dumb as a stone,
Yes, sir.
he will cry out.
That's right. Yes, sir. Teach us, Freeman. Go ahead, teach.
So we don't bother so much with the blind man's talking there. They didn't go back to stop him from hollering out. They let him go ahead on with his way.
Yes.
So today, you and me is still at the wayside,
That's right.
Yes, sir.
crying out,
That's right.
asking justice,
That's right.
which is the meaning of Jesus' name.
That's right.
We are still asking that to white America
Yes, sir.
because we're living in his government. Blind, deaf, and dumb to self. Asking him to have mercy on us.
That's right.
But when Jesus was coming by and got near the man, he says, "What will you have me to do?" He says, "Give me back my sight."
Yes, sir.
Look at those words. Give me back.
Yes, sir.
Restore. Give me back my sight.
That's right.
Why didn't he says, when knowing that this man have power here, why didn't he say, give me a pocket full of money and I won't be begging anybody for anything?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Teach, Freeman.
But he didn't ask for that.
That's right.
He didn't ask for a house to live in. Give me back my sight. At the time of Master Farad Muhammad, when he came, as I heard the messenger and the captains at that time and the followers saying, restore to us our wisdom,
Yes, sir.
knowledge, and understanding. We didn't have sense enough to ask the man, give us plenty of money.
That's right. That's right.
We didn't have sense to ask him that.
Yes, sir.
He wrote it in the problems and told us that he would give us that.
That's right.
That's right.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He wrote it himself. Plenty of money, good homes, and friendship in all walks of life. We didn't know what to ask, just like people today.
That's right. That's right.
They don't know what question to ask me.
That's right.
I look at people and they ask me questions. I said, I'll try to answer the best that I can. If I can, I'll tell you I don't know it.
That's right.
But it's not the question that they should ask.
That's right.
They should ask the question about self,
Yes, sir.
not about Master Farad Muhammad being
right.
God. Again, you prove it. He has already proved that he was God. He's
Yes,
still
sir.
living.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Restore to me my sight. According to the story, it was his physical sight. But he know now that if I get the physical sight, I will get my mental and spiritual sight. The book said that when he asked for it, that Jesus stooped down
Go ahead, teach.
and got a little clay, a little dirt, and spit on it
That's right.
and rubbed this man's eyes with it, right?
Right.
And when he rubbed his eyes with it, he had not yet, preachers sometimes say, became to see, right?
Right.
He didn't come to see then. No. He had to do something for himself. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Just like you and me, we cannot say the messenger has risen us up and not do something for self.
That's right. That's right.
You got to show forth the work that he gives to you. You work that work, and then the world will see that I have risen you up from being blind, deaf, and dumb.
Yes, sir.
The messenger says, Jesus couldn't heal that man's eyes by spitting on the ground or some clay rubbing his eyes. Clay is too hard to rub over a man's eyes. You're going to rub a piece of clay here and start rubbing his eyes? That's too hard. You rubbed a man's eyes off.
That's right.
He wasn't talking about that. And you spit on it too. Who wants to spit in your eyes? You know, that ain't it. He said to me, he says, no, brother, not that. He said, it is the ground and it is the spit, all right. He said, but they made words to be spit. And the free of it was falling on the ground, just like you spit on the ground. Now the words that Jesus said to the blind man, or the jesters who came to us in America, the words he said was us, that he was to open the eyes of. Because Jesus never did heal a blind man's eye.
Right.
He couldn't do it. Not with spit and some dirt. He might have, as I showed you just now, used his spiritual psychology, science, or whatever that he's got in the spiritual religion, putting water, pick water and pour it in his hand, rub his hands. You ever seen him do that?
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Rub the hand.
Where's Freeman?
Healing somebody.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't Jesus do that? No, if he was so powerful that he went after his resurrection and walked through a door, didn't open it, just walked on in there where the other disciples was at.
Right.
Now, if he was that powerful, he didn't have to pick up nothing from the earth. He didn't have to spit down on the earth. Just as your sight come on by.
Yes, sir.
But that was talking about you and me. The truth that Master Farad brought to us and give to Messenger Elijah Muhammad was so powerful, and it fell from his mouth like spit from the mouth of Jesus 2,000 years ago. This truth would fall from the mouth of God.
Yes, sir.
And when it fall, it would hit into your ears, and it would open your deaf ears and your inward blind eyes.
Yes, sir. You go, Freeman.
Easy to understand if we had known. But it had to be taught by somebody who knew what it was.
That's right.
The truth today, look at it. Let us bring something that I'm doing. Writing Muhammad Speaks continues, right?
Yes, sir.
It's falling in the street, right?
That's right. That's right.
In the streets. From my mouth and your mouth.
That's right.
Everybody can see it.
Right.
Everybody can read it. falling in the street.
Yes, sir.
That is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that Jesus was a sign of by the spit from his mouth falling on the ground. The spit is the truth.
Yes, sir.
No doubt that many people who have given a dollar donation to get the paper, when he saw it and began to read it,
That's
throw it
right.
on the ground. I don't want it.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of
Yes, sir.
That's all right. In the future to come, if they live or if it should be, they will remember.
Yes, sir.
They said, that paper opened my eyes and I didn't know it.
Yes, sir.
That was the truth.
That's right.
That's right.
According to the commentators of Luke, Mark, and John of King James Version, Jesus did miracles, healing blind men, opening their eyes, causing them to see. This was not the only man, but Bartimaeus was not the only man that Jesus supposed to heal of blind eyes. It was another one too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Blind men, sight restored. Our sight. Since this man was a sign of us, and Jesus never did do such a thing. Since this man was our sign, look at our sight, how it has been restored. Some of us have had inward sight restored to us, and it was revealed to us through the knowledge that we had already gotten.
That's
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
If a blind man's sight is restored, look at the word restore, which means give back. That tells us once upon a time this man was not blind. Look at us today. Never knew anything about the religion of Islam.
Right. That's right.
Never knew anything about a flag that we have.
That's right.
Never had nothing. Can't remember it. So somebody had to come and restore these things.
That's right.
As Isaiah said in the Bible, nobody said restore.
That's right.
Not until he came.
That's right. Go ahead.
The blind man of the Bible was born blind. And our fathers was made blind, deaf, and dumb by the devils when they were babies.
That's right.
And that caused us today, in this day, to be born blind. Right now you can see,
Yes,
as
sir.
you walk down the street, how many babies has been born blind, deaf, and dumb.
Yes, sir.
Robbed totally of all the freedom, justice, and equality in the land.
That's right. That's right.
A people, a nation of people today numbering near 32 million peoples in America.
Yes, sir.
And the majority of them is blind, deaf, and dumb.
That's right. That's right.
They won't let anyone who have a little knowledge of truth to rub their eyes with some of that hard teaching of Islam.
Right.
They don't want it.
That's right.
It's too hard. It's too raw for me.
Yes, sir.
I can't eat it. I can't digest it.
Yes, sir.
It's too raw for me. But if you eat it, it will be sweet in your mouth, even if it do be bitter in your belly.
Yes, sir. That's right. Teach me, Lord. Yes, sir. That's right.
If you eat it,
Right.
it will bring sight to you that when you hear the truth elsewhere, you walk in there and you say, this is it.
That's right.
I heard it over there.
Yes, sir.
All praises is due Allah.
Teach 'em. Yes, sir.
The blind man of the Bible. Born blind, and our fathers was made blind, deaf, and dumb by the devil, white folks,
That's right.
when they
That's right.
were babies. And that caused us in this day to be born blind in this time. Born blind. This blind man of the Bible of John, the disciples, they asked Jesus, who was the cause of this man to be born blind?
That's right.
Did he sin or did his parents sin that he was born blind? That's the question they put before Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Jesus answered, neither has this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him.
Yes, sir.
This man's parents did not do any sin that he was made like that at birth. It was the devil
Right.
that made him blind, deaf, and dumb.
Right.
Now the truth is being given to you, and it's being made manifest in the world
That's right.
so that everybody can see it today,
That's right.
Right.
that the devil was the cause of us to be made blind. Messenger Muhammad makes it clear who sinned.
Right.
He teaches us 400 years ago a traitor
That's right.
by the name of Mr. John Hopkins
That's right.
kidnapped our parents in the year 1555, brought us to North America, made our parents slaves. And as one was born, the devil's slave master would kill our parents.
That's right.
And no one was left that could talk our language.
Right.
And that caused every black baby to be born blind to self from birth. It is a real thing to know today that if Mama and Papa had lived, they would have told us about our country.
Right.
They would have told us about our people.
Right.
But the devil knowing if we destroy the parents, they will never get that kind of teaching.
Right.
It is written in James' version in these words, saying, let us deal tediously with them,
Right.
or they will turn and get on to another nation,
That's right.
and we'll be destroyed. That's why they deal so tediously today with black Americans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They deal so with us until when they see one awaking, they wants to make a way to get him so that he will not believe anymore.
That's right.
They talk against the truth.
That's right.
Muhammad says, slave master made us a spiritual blind, deaf, and dumb people. Not Muhammad 1,400 years ago. 1,400 years ago, we was not in America.
Right.
Who made me blind? I didn't get blind not until I crossed that body of water. Not until I got an enemy to be my godmother and godfather.
Right. That's right.
When they began to teach me, they did not teach me freedom, justice, and equality.
That's right.
That's right.
They taught me slavery, suffering,
Right.
death, and shame is what they taught me.
That's right.
We beg for it. We beg the slave master for freedom. Today we ask him in a different tone, give me civil rights. We ask it, we want human rights. We don't go to him and tell him, say, give us back freedom, justice, and equality in my own nation of people in this land. He don't give that to us, do he? No, they don't. But that's all right. It's here anyhow.
Oh, yeah.
We write his birthday. Oh, yes, we do. We tell his ancestors. We tell his descendants out in the public and let the public see it. And some of us too scared to do so. Huh? Listen at me. Some of us too afraid to speak up for self. When he got it all over his country, but you don't know what to ask for.
That's right.
Everything that you could have in this world can be yours if you know your story, know your history. You'll know his. When Master Farad Muhammad taught us the history of white people, he had to teach the history of black people.
That's right.
When he taught the history of black people, he had to teach the history of the devil. He said to us, while he would teach of the devils being made by a black man named Yaqub 6,000 years ago, he says, I must tell you first your history. I have to go back to year 1 in the 25,000 year cycle in order to make you to know what I'm going to tell in this 6,000 years. I have to make you to know that you're the first and you will be the last. Oh, yeah. Our people. Greatest people on earth.
Absolutely.
And don't know it.
That's right.
Look, all the good things that has come to our people. Master Farad said to us that there were men in prison that we never seen would have taught us. He said none of our people really understand, not until he came. He says many of our people could have taught us something to help make us clear to our understanding in our blind state. If they themselves could have gotten to us and taught us. Black people I'm talking about. I ain't talking about Arabs. I seen them when I was a little boy, 50-something years ago. I seen them kiss each other on the street. I seen them in their garbs in Detroit, wearing their costumes.
That's right.
right where I was living. I seen them, when I walk out of the house, I see them on the corner talking. I saw them with the bands on their heads, everything. I saw everything. I had no knowledge, none whatsoever who they was. I didn't know.
That's right.
They didn't tell us anything. They were here. Oh, yes, they were here. I didn't only just saw them there. I went downtown and seen them. I was a little boy. I'm talking about back in the 20s, not in the 30s. See, I was a man in the 20s. Huh? I was grown in the 20s.
Yep.
I know I'm a look like I'm a young cat,
That's right. That's right.
which I is. But that's all right. I is. Yeah. It's all right to have a little fun once in a while, right? But I seen those people. Now, after the messenger came and was come to us sent by Master Farad Muhammad, he didn't know nothing about Islam. Not until Master Farad taught him and took all of the fear out of him. He didn't fear after he was taught. He didn't fear, brothers and sisters. I know he didn't, because I was handcuffed right beside him. I know. And you read, look at his books he put out. White folks is a race of devils. Yes, sir. We wish that we could get them printed here so we can put them out again. If we had our temple full of people, we would. It takes people with a few dollars, and you can do what you want to do. The devil can't say nothing to you. That was stopped in 1932. When we first started to go into jail, that freed all of the people today. Every black man in America today is freed from our going to jail.
That's right.
I never was in jail, not until I reclaimed my own. And here I go, devil coming to the temple, raiding the temple. Here I is, got to step up in the paddy wagon, take me to jail. Spent a few days there, then here he come back again. Put me in the, he didn't put me in the paddy wagon. That time I was the only one went. I had to go back to jail again for Islam. We had a riot in Detroit, a fighting riot, black and white, black against white, white against black, on Du Bois and Superior and Alexandrine at the Campbell School there. We beat white folks until they cried out on mercy. That's right. One of the brothers went in the front door of Devil's house with a baseball bat and came out the back one. He used that bat you could hear that bat singing all around there. That's right. Police come to my house. I was laying there, couldn't hit my mouth where they had beat me, caught me that night. They had hit me with a sandbag, which didn't bust no skin or nothing. Hit me with the bag. I had to take a fork the next morning, poke the food through my mouth. My father went to the police station, Told him, says, my son got hit by some white boys last night. He's at home. Will you come and see something about him, and so he can tell who they were? But I couldn't tell. Devil come there. I was laying across my bed when they come walk in. Called them the flying squad at that time. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Devil police come there, and three of them were standing there by the bed looking at me. He said, do you know who they was? I said, no, I don't know. I said, it was too many of them. Can you remember seeing any of them? I said, no. How can I remember seeing anybody when I was drugged there through the street there, and the woman from upstairs came down and brought me too? I said, I don't know nothing about them. So when they knocked my hat off my head, they did that so I could bend down, and I didn't see nothing but feet around me, because it was about dusk dark that evening. Well, you don't know who they is. What can we do? I said, well, I don't know. The next morning, we told the black boys what had happened to this boy. And they played ball that evening on the same school ground. When they played ball that evening there, you could see black men, black boys getting their little tools out.
Yes, sir.
Not pistols and knives, but just little things that they had to use on white folks.
Yes, sir.
And they used them too. They used them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they used them. I was upstairs in the house there, up over the church, little house church that I belonged to at that time. I was upstairs over the house, and one of my friends, which I won't call the name of these people, one of my friends come upside the house and looked up and saw me there through the window. He said, come on down, Hubbard. Come on down. The gang is all here.
Yes, sir.
I come down, I went out into the schoolyard. Then they made a ring, double ring around me, so that they wouldn't be noticing. We made a line from this end of this line came from St. Aubin and Superior to Alexandrine, from St. Aubin and Superior to Alexandrine and DuBois. Across that made it run, as we call cat-a-corner, but it's a square,
Yes, sir.
I looked at the sun. I was just becoming a Muslim. I looked at the sun, and the sun looked bloody. It looked real funny to me that evening. I said, I went down there, and they told me, one of the leaders told me, says, go and swag you one.
Yes,
When he
sir.
said that, that was the signal. It was did in about a minute and a half.
Yes, sir.
That's what I tell you.
Yes, sir.
We didn't have not another ride on that place. It didn't last but 3 weeks. We didn't have no more bother. Now, Would you say integrate with that people?
No, sir.
Or what I have seen? What I've been through with? That wasn't the only right. Another one came up. And what happened then? The devil sent every soldier looked like he had in America up there. On the east side. On Shane Street, round about there. Time a little something started around on here on the west side once. Sent all the soldiers there. Right?
Right.
Right in front of our temple, and they shot in the temple.
Right.
Right? Shot in the temple, and we found one of the brass bullets. I had a temple in Warren, Ohio, where the flag was on the outside there. Devils passed by there. I don't know whether it was black devils or white ones or not, but it was done that night. Came by, and one shot a 22 through the door. And you could see shotgun pellets all the way around the door. I said to my brother, Messenger Elijah Muhammad, I said to him, I said, I have given my captain orders, and we don't have many people. I gave orders to my captain that if a stray bullet shooting through a door would have hit probably the man on guard there, we would get one.
What's that?
One. Chop his head off,
Yes, sir.
put it on a pole,
Yes, sir.
and stick it up on the corner of this street.
Yes, sir.
I said, I will not take it.
Yes, sir.
When I saw him, he said to me, he says, brother, you still don't fear white people, do you? I said, hell no.
Yes, sir.
If a devil come by and you ain't bothering him,
Listen.
he come by and gonna shoot in your place,
Right.
tell him, say, will your soul to God, or
Right.
your so-and-so belong to me. Right.
Yes, sir, Freeman.
That's true.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right.
They got their slick way today.
That's right. Teach on.
Blind man. We blind. Can't unite together.
Right.
I ask all of the Muslims.
That's right.
Excuse me, my time is about out for this. I'll come back to it.
Go ahead.
Finish it up.
I'll come back to it. No, I want to come back to that other part. I want to talk about the dog a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I asked them.
Yes, sir.
I put my picture there so they'll say, know who asking this.
Right.
Let all black organizations unite under
Right.
one banner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know y'all good. I just love to talk it.
Go ahead, Supreme. We love to hear. That's right.
I did it. Christianity's invisible God does not exist.
Right.
I'll tackle them all. I don't give a hoot.
Right.
I'm only one man. kill me.
That's it.
And then you tell them, say, buddy, some of y'all got to go now.
That's right. That's right.
Unite together.
That's right.
Fear who? I fear one. I used to fear two. But
Yes, sir.
one is dead, and that's my brother. I feared that man.
Yes, sir.
People don't know that man today
That's right.
has been around them and did never learn him. You know what he could do? He'd be sitting down talking to you real nice. And he'd tell you something. He said, now, that's it. Don't disobey it. No, don't disobey it, brother, because he'll bring it up to you later. He said, I told you so and so and so, and you didn't do it. All right, get out of here.
Listen.
They didn't know that man.
That's right. Know you.
Hmm?
They don't know you.
Amen. Amen, brother.
That's right. That's right.
That's right, bro.
Look at this ape.
That's right.
Who are his ancestors?
Yes, sir.
By Supreme Minister John Muhammad. I wouldn't put nobody else's name there, and I wouldn't keep mine away. Let them know who said it.
Yes, sir. That's right.
I talked about him a little bit there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where's that other one, the last one?
Yeah. This is woman.
This the last one.
Woman.
Talked about his woman, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Stephen.
And he's supposed to get mad if you talk about his woman,
That's
right?
right.
Oh, yeah.
Moses.
Disagreeable to live with in peace. That's the cause of our people acting a fool today. They want to live with him.
Right. That's right.
Can't live in peace with the devil. The devil never had anybody in peace with him.
That's right.
Look when God called the sons of men together to report to him in the book of Job.
Yes, sir.
Here come the devil up there with him. Devil there. The sons of God, the book says, coming before God.
Yes, sir.
God couldn't talk to the sons of God. You read it.
Right.
He didn't talk to the sons of God for the devil being in the midst of them.
Right.
Then he asked the question to the devil, have you considered my servant Job? Says, no, not yet. You got a fence around him. You move the hedges away from around him. I'll make him curse you to your face.
He said. He said.
He says, all right, I'll move him. So he moved him.
Yes, sir.
That's us, brother and sister.
Yes, sir.
He moved them. Moved everything away from around you. Nobody of our people could come to you and do nothing for you.
That's right.
Moved them all.
Yes, sir.
And the devil said, put him in my hands. It's all right. He's in your hands, but save his life.
Right.
Don't take his life, devil.
Right.
You do that, I'm coming now.
Yes, sir.
I moved the hedges from you. I let him go into your hands. Don't you take his life. Look what he done.
Yes, sir.
Took his
Right.
life, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
When he took his life, here come Master Farad.
Yes, sir.
Took his life. He had no business doing that. I told you, don't do that.
That's right.
Leave him free with his life, and I'll give him everything else back. but I don't give it back to the dead. I don't rise the dead. As I was reading in the Holy Quran the other night, laying in my bed, reading the resurrections. If a man die, could he come back? Would Allah bring him back? And I find in the Quran there that it is, which is also in the blindness, it is not that God wants a man to come back from the dead. What he want to go and raise a man up from the dead, and he has created men.
Yes, sir.
He has caused nations to be born, nations upon nations.
Right.
Now I can't do nothing now. I got to go and go back to the dead. The Holy Quran tells us that no, it's not that kind of a death. It is the mental death.
Right.
He can rise you from a mental death, but he don't care nothing about you after you're physically dead.
Right.
No, what do you want physical dead for? You wouldn't. You have a good dog around your house, one that will die for you. When he did, you bury him.
That's it.
Go buy another one. That's right, brother. Go buy another one.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
That's right.
That one ain't no good. All right, the book tells you that. It tells you that, says a live dog is better than a dead lamb.
That's right. Yes, sir.
That's right. Well, I talked about his old woman there.
Yes, sir. Sure did.
Yes, sir. I called him devil in there too.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
He tried to make it, saying that 75,000 years ago, he going around picking up bones. I don't care what kind of a skull a man have. If it has not petrified into a stone, it won't be there after 75,000 years.
That's right. Yes, sir.
It will rot.
That's right.
If in a few years iron would rot away and go back to the earth, then how is it that your skull can be there 75,000 years? Some he claimed been there about 500,000 years. These tramp scientists, I would call them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Steve.
You know why he said? Is because he don't have no knowledge.
Right.
He don't have no knowledge of what happened behind 4,000 BC.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Well, you're going to read some more about it, old good buddy. I ain't through with you. Hell ain't half full.
Yes,
I
sir.
ain't got stopped.
Yes, sir.
All of our people should join the Nation of Islam.
That's right.
Join the Nation of Islam and be Muslims
That's right.
Yes, sir.
under the teachings of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. That's right. Oh, I have the key to it.
That's right.
He gives me the key to open the doorway for to come in. But we are not taking just plain words anymore.
That's right.
Even though it ain't but 2 or 3 of us,
That's right.
it's better to start with 2 or 3 than to start with 2 or 3,000.
That's right.
Right.
So when the 2 or 3,000 come, the 2 or 3 can tell you, say, yes, you have to do this and you have to do that.
That's right.
When I was secretary in the Nation of Islam for about 2 years and a half, I was secretary, And I did my work.
Yes, sir.
I did it like I was told to do. And I got good credit for doing so, while some of the rest did not do it and did not get good credit for it. But I got good credit from Master Farad, and I was jealous of the other one around me. That's right, I was. I have thought my own self that he don't care much about me. He talk about the others. I'd be sitting there in the teacher's class and whatnot in the meeting. He'd be talking about how the others do. And so one night, he was showing us about cube root, extracting cube root. And he said, now when I go wrong, he said, you tell me so that I'll know that you know it. So he went wrong on a purpose. He went wrong. I hollered. Now he was the one that taught me square root. Devil's teacher didn't teach me square root. He taught it to me.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it was cube root, excuse me. He taught it to me and told me how to keep myself up with it. So I hollered. I said, you wrong. He looked at me. Now, I'm the student. Now, he had taught, you see. And he got the teachers in there. I said, you wrong. He looked at me. He said, I ain't talking to you. Said to myself, dog, now here he is, making me feel bad again. But it was good for me.
Yes, sir.
To see today what I'm up against.
That's right.
I say, you wrong. He said, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. He said, if they knowed me like you did, it wouldn't be no need of me being here.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know what that meant. Yes, sir, you're right. I know now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I know
sir.
now.
Yes, sir.
I had faith in him.
Yes, sir.
I believed in him. I wanted to be with him.
Yes, sir.
When I first heard him say white folks was devils,
Oh, yeah.
boy, oh boy, that lit a light all over my house. Yeah, because I had experienced so much of it.
Yes, sir.
Myself, I love this. And I always wanted to teach like he taught. And after the messenger became the messenger, I wanted to teach like him.
Yes, sir.
So I got both of them now.
That's right. That's right.
The messenger told me, he said, teach like me. That's right, he told me, he said, teach like I teach. That was when I went to this little place, Inkster. He told me, he said, go out there and try your hand. That was my second, that was my second time of him telling me to go. He offered me the temple on Linwood while my brother was sick. The one that's got the name up there, Wali Muhammad, my brother. So he offered to me while he was sick. He told, when I went to jail to visit the messenger, he told me, he says, why don't you take it? He says, he's sick. Well, I guess he knew that he was going to pass, which he did pass. He didn't live long after he told me that. So, well, and I went back to visit him after he had passed. He says, well, he says, your family is too large for the little few people to take care of, and you got a good job working. So, just keep on working, he says, and Allah will bless you later on.
Yes, sir.
Well, I got what we got here now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Been 10 years, and look how many we got.
Yes, sir.
About 10.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
That's right.
About 10. And I want everybody to work and be happy together.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Don't you teach them. Bring them and let me teach them.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
I don't want you to teach them. Me and your words will not agree
That's right.
on certain things. But if you let me do the talking, I have a backer behind me
Yes, sir.
that whispers to me.
That's right.
And he'll tell me what to do.
That's
While
right.
your backer, you got to come to me. I don't have to go nowhere.
That's right.
I stand here.
That's right. Yes, sir.
I know this road.
That's right.
He give it to me. When he gave it to me, he called it worlds. He gave it to me one night. He said to me when he brought it, he always would say, I can keep your record in a matchbox. He used to say that when he would teach. I'm talking about Master Farad, not the messenger. And that night when he visited me, he had we used to call them penny box of matches. You know how they look in those penny box of matches? He had one of them in his hand, and he sit it on the end of my table. And my brother said, don't bother that. And he said, this is yours. When he said it, I said to my brother, which was heard by my father and my wife and others that was there in the house, I said to my brother, he gave us 3 worlds. 3. And the one that he gave to me is in that box. And I know what it is.
Yes, sir.
He just put it down and told us that this one is yours. And he left. And that made my voice to be heard through the house when I come to self. I say, he gave me 3 words. He gave one to Kalat, he gave one to Elijah, and he gave one to John.
Yes, sir.
That's what I said. This is something I don't hardly tell people. Now, where's my world? That's something that if you would figure it out, you would say, glory to thee, O Allah,
That's right.
and thine is the praises. That this one man here have the truth that was left. And now he can rise the world if the people would just only come to him.
That's right.
And I can.
That's right.
I don't have bothers in certain things that I try to teach the people. And I don't have peoples of the white people running to me saying anything.
That's right.
Now don't you know, now you watch now. The first one that's going to say something to me will be black people
That's
Right.
That's right.
about them being apes and swines. And I told them in the paper how they come about.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
And this picture here John, you should never put on the front page. They don't look like that. They don't. They look worse than that.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And besides, they are disagreeable to live with in peace.
That's the truth.
Yes, sir.
I even said to them, this woman and baby is a token of how the king of Islam had ordered for them to be driven out of the Holy Land.
Right.
That's her apron on. Now the man that is 33 and a half or whatever the half might count for in masonry, we allow him to wear that apron once a year. He
right.
can't wear it outside but once a year. Otherwise, he have to wear it inside if he wear it at all. He can't wear it up and down the street. That is a token of we taking everything from them but the language.
Yes, sir.
We took everything that they had. What is the token today? They took everything from us.
That's right.
They took our language.
That's right.
Took our language, and we have to talk their language. That's why the lesson says, my uncle cannot talk his language.
Yes, sir.
We're in a terrible, terrible condition. Then try to say 75,000 years ago was when this picture here was taken. 70 was made and they got bones and they drew it up like that. Ain't that something that's terrible? And our people think today that they was the apes and the swines and everything. Ham. I guess a letter from a man, Ham or some sort like that. Ham is an original people, truthfully. But Ham didn't go someplace and taking his wife in the land of Nor. And there, as the book says, and our people said, well, he married a monkey. Who was the priest that married him to a monkey if he was there by himself?
That's right.
Who married them?
Yes, sir.
Did the monkey say, I do? Crazy, crazy people.
I'll tell you.
This paper is going out, but look at that, what I tell these
Yes,
monkeys.
sir. Yes,
I
sir.
talk to them.
Yes, sir.
Heads of apes and bodies of men.
Right.
Were these the ancestors of the ape, the Lord? Or were these the ones who disobeyed the Sabbath according to the Holy Quran, section 8, chapter 2, 65th verse? They disobeyed the Sabbath. And that's what Allah made out of it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look at these up here. Bodies of men, but look at their heads, the heads of apes. Can you see them? Birthed by this woman.
Right.
They know it. They have all of these things, and they know you're right. They was hoping someday you would never learn.
That's right.
Brothers and sisters, I went 10 minutes over 4 o'clock due to facts I wasn't going to do that much. So the time with me has expired for today. I'm glad and happy to see you present. May Allah bless you. Come back again one day soon. I'm going to give the history all over again. ever so often I give the history, and I want to give more understanding to it because it's about us, the whole nations on the earth. And the messenger has taught me some insides of it that I have not yet told you. And I would love to give you all that I have. It's free. It's free. So may Allah bless you, keep you, and give you a peaceful night's rest and a happy morning rise. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. You may be seated, brothers and sisters.